Okay, we're back. I got it tilted again. Are you kidding? Just because I want less of the window and more of this one shelf. Speaking of this one shelf, I have a book missing, and that is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Other Stories by Robert Louis Stevenson. This is one of my 5 editions of the Barnes & Noble Classics. I got this one probably about a month ago, but since this haul is terrible and gigantic, I figured I would loop it in with everything else. These have really pretty end papers. You can see my receipt. It's my viewfinder's got the light all fucked up, but hopefully you could see that. So this one goes right in here. These are kind of expensive, so I feel like I'm going to be slowly collecting them as time goes on. I have 2 different places that this book haul, the rest of this book haul is from, and that is Thrift Books and my local library where I went with my sisters about a week ago. So I figure I'll just get into the Thrift Books haul first. Okay. The first one that I have is 2 copies of the same book. I got the hardcover. They sent me a paperback. I emailed them and then they sent me the hardcover. So it's Prudence by Gail Carriger. I have a hardback and a paperback. Here's the paperback cover. And then here's my, that was loud, sorry. Here's my book without the dust jacket. But I actually think it's really pretty, and it kind of goes with the fact that I have the first volume of the bind-up of the Parasol Protectorate series. So this is the first 3 books that doesn't have a dust jacket either, and the bind-up of the second to last, the 4th and the 5th books, the last 2. I don't know how my brain works. So I'm thinking, this one's white, so I'm thinking if I put them up, they don't look the same, but if I put them up like this, then they'll at least look like a series. So the next couple books I'm just gonna like flash up there because they're for a video that I'm gonna do. There's a fuck ton of these bad boys. Quite a collection. So since this is for a video I don't really want to talk too much about just yet, I figure I'll just, like I said, flash them up here real quick. I have Tamlin by Pamela Dean, Upstairs at the Party by Linda Grant, The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, Year of the Gadfly by Jennifer Miller, and The Bellwether Revivals by Benjamin Wood. So those are going to be for a video that will go up as soon as I finish these books and can talk about them. Can you see this? What the hell is that? The next book I have is a library edition, and it is Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I've already read this book and I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4 stars. You can see the glossy cover from my ring light being terrible. But I really enjoyed this. I figured I would get myself a copy because I think it's something that I will want to reread. That I think this is one of those books where you learn more and you see more foreshadowing as you go through it. When I filmed this before, I stacked these up, and then as soon as I turned my camera off, they all toppled over. But my laptop is right there, and I'd rather not destroy it. The next book that I have is Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. This is a very interesting book. I don't think I've heard a lot about it. I think it's a bit older now. But I feel like it was kind of popular back in 2015, so I kind of figured, why not? This is set in Iceland, and I don't think I've read anything set in that particular country, so it seems interesting. I'm losing it. The next 4 books are part of a series that I'm collecting that I have talked about on my channel before, and it's 4 books from the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. There's a lot of books in this series, but it's an adult paranormal romance, so it kind of just follows in the steps of the adult paranormal romance. I have 7 of these books right now, and I've managed to get most of them for under $5, which is really impressive because they are big-ass hardbacks that are like $20 to $30 each. So I have Lover Mine, which is red and very pretty. Got that one. I really don't want to squish my laptop, so maybe I won't do that. Lover at Last, which has the, this isn't paper completely. It's like a treated paper that's like smooth. Who even listens to me? The King, which is this, I think this one is the transition that takes them from books that start with lover to having like the in the title. I don't know why. It was an interesting choice that they made, but they did it. And then Lover Reborn, which has probably one of my favorite spines, because if you can see it, I really just love that gold color. But I'll have to check on my other books to see, but that one like matches the cover, and I know it does on this one too. So I want to see just because I'm curious. I don't think that I'll take the covers off my books because I don't know where I would put the dust jackets. If you do that, let me know what you do because I'm kind of intrigued. Now I'm going to start with my library haul. I have one that I have already read so far, and that is Catch a Falling Star by Kim Culbertson. Do I do it on this side? Does that make it easier for you to see? I'm going to move this for my own sanity. I've already read this one. I'm doing a video on it, so I won't tell you my thoughts right now, but if you do follow me on Goodreads, you will have seen my review. So it's not like it's super hidden. The other one that I'm doing for that video is Teeth by Hannah Moskowitz. And it could be a video about authors with the same name as me, but it's not. So I won't say too much about this one either. I haven't read it yet, but I have my bookmark at the very first page because I haven't started it. And I'm super excited about this one in particular, and that's The Lovely War by Julie Berry, which has one of my favorite covers, I think. This is a multi-dimensional story about two romances set during World War I and World War II, told from the perspective of Aphrodite as she tells Hephaestus and Ares about kind of what she does as the goddess of love. I started it on audio and I really enjoyed it, but my hold expired because I was having a terrible reading slump during the month of May. And it is apparently carrying on to June, but we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, so this one, and I'm very excited about it. As soon as I knew it was coming out, I wanted it, and then I finally have it now. I could have bought it, but I was worried that I wouldn't like it. I just put too much on it. The next one is You Owe Me a Murder by Eileen Cook. This is about a girl who complains to a stranger on an airplane about how her ex-boyfriend broke her heart, and the stranger offers to murder him for her, and he dies under mysterious circumstances. She gets a letter or some sort of blackmail material that says it's her turn now to kill someone. And that's where the title comes from. It's a bit heavy-handed, but you know. The next one I have is Poison's Kiss by Brienne Shields. This is a pretty interesting book, I think. It's got a trope that's kind of becoming more popular, I think, in YA as time goes on. She serves the Raja and she has a poison kiss, but the next person that she's supposed to kiss she loves, I think, is where it goes. This is a trilogy, and I wanted to see what I think of the first one. It's pretty short. Maybe one day I'll get to it. Who knows? The Darkest Star by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is a spin-off series from the Lux series, which was very popular on BookTube a couple years ago. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it enough to not continue on the series. This is about aliens, but of course, since it's YA, they are sexy aliens. So the next book that I have is another sort of companion to a series that I've read, but one that I enjoyed a little bit more. This is Wild Country by Anne Bishop, and this is the continuation of the Others trilogy. I think this is the 6th book in that series. I don't know why I said trilogy. I heard it and I knew it was wrong. This one follows an alternate universe where, what was it called? AU, alternate universe. I don't know why that took me a considerable amount of time. I'm stupid. This follows an alternate world where the supernatural creatures are the majority and humans are the minority. And then the first one was about this one town where a blood prophet comes and she kind of starts to coexist with them. And it works out so well that they're trying to do it in other towns. So I'm going to keep on with this series. Hopefully we get a little bit more of the original characters because I really liked them. And I feel like it was kind of left open-ended and I want to see more of that from them. The next book that I have is The Assassin and An Assassin's Guide to Love and Treason by Virginia Becker. I don't really know anything about this one. It was in my Amazon cart and I recognized the title when I saw it at the library and I figured I would pick it up, so I did. And then the last book that we'll call this the last book. I feel like it's time to wrap up this nightmare that this has been. This is Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zuzak. I don't even know if you can, I think you can like barely see the words, but Marcus Zuzak wrote The Book Thief, which I think I and a lot of people enjoyed, and there was a good amount of hype for when this book came out, but I haven't seen any reviews for it from the people that I watch. So I figure I'll pick it up. This is about a group of brothers and their estranged father who comes back into their life, and Clay is one of the brothers. And that's pretty much all that I know about it, but kind of excited. Hopefully it has the same vibe of The Book Thief. I want to be sad. It's sad girl hours. You feel me? That's all that I have right now. This was a dumpster fire. But if you enjoyed it, and all these random pieces of my hair that fly all over the place, make sure to subscribe to hang out with me later, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.